Oh, is that a face cam video Kwite's making? I think it is. And as usual, I refuse to show my actual face in a face cam video. This time I think I found a way to not sound like I'm being waterboarded. I bought a bunch of these surgical masks, and now I can get slightly less acne on my chin because this thing is 1,000 times thinner than my turtleneck. In other news, the common cold has also made another attempt on my life. That's why there wasn't a video for like a week. I could barely speak, let alone gasp for air desperately while I try to record lines for 2 hours. My severe illness makes this mask way more acceptable though. That way I don't give my audience mono. Illnesses are contagious through the internet, by the way. I'm about to sneeze this mask off my fucking face. Anyways, today we're gonna be talking about YouTubers from Russia. And no, I'm not talking about Mr. Hello Blazers, or Crazy Russian Hacker, or Frames Per Second Russia, or the Russian Badger, or any other YouTuber that just has Russia in their name. That could actually be a good video on its own. I'm talking about YouTubers who are truly from the motherland, and actually speak Russian in their videos and are targeting Russian-speaking audiences. The first one I'm talking about you might recognize. His name is Kwite. That's not a joke. There is a Russian YouTuber named Kwite, and he has like the same sub count as me. Though I think it's safe to say his videos are fairly different from mine. I actually made a video on him like over a year ago that has since been purged from my channel. It's like the worst thing I or anybody in humanity has ever made, so fat chance of me re-uploading it. Let's take a look at the other Kwite's videos, shall we? The first thing I notice is that he actually has the confidence to show his own face, unlike a certain Kwite you know and probably don't love. His delivery seems solid, and he has like a nice amount of energy to keep his videos flowing. I didn't vomit on my screen when I watched any of his videos, so that's a good sign. He also uses royalty-free music. And another thing that stands out to me is that it seems like he does a fair bit of editing on his videos. Editing is key, and if you do it well, it is always appreciated. It gets me a little excited. It doesn't seem like he has a specific bread and butter as far as types of videos he makes. He seems a little bit like me, where he makes a bunch of different types of videos. And unlike me, he seems at least a little bit competent at the things that he's trying. This Kwite doppelganger makes storytime vlogs, gaming videos, challenge videos, vlogs about his life, and I'm pretty sure there's more, but I really just can't be fucked to scroll past the first page of uploads. That's most of what I managed to gather. Keep in mind I don't speak Marxist. Regardless of that, the Russian Kwite's English is thousands of times better than my Russian is or probably ever will be. We both already knew that each other existed, and he was always nice when he left comments on my videos, except for when he passed me in subs, which I won't forget. But other than that, he seems like a pretty stand-up guy, and me and him aren't so different after all. I need to blow my nose. I cannot breathe. Can you actually get out of the tissue box so I can sneeze? Oh, it's just great. This tissue is just destroyed. Oh, where was I? Oh yeah, things me and the other Kwite have in common. Me and him both take like month-long breaks in between uploads. Like shit, his last one was uploaded like over 2 months ago. The time that I had quit YouTube was less time than that. We're also both YouTubers, meaning we're both view-hungry snobs who only make videos for the money and attention. Actually, I think I might be projecting on this one. He's still a nice guy. He's kind of like a lot of English-speaking vloggers, except, you know, just Russian. I mean, the Russian Kwite is just like us. He clickbaits his titles, his thumbnails. He's all about the 24/7 grind. Long story short, the Kwite that isn't me seems like a cool dude, and insofar as the fact that I can't understand Russian, his content seems fine. Oh, I forgot how sweaty this hoodie gets. Speaking of things irrelevant to this video, I haven't used this green screen since like the video I made about getting a green screen. I genuinely don't know what I'm gonna do with this thing. I could try implementing it back into videos, but let's be honest, we both know I'm too lazy for that. Whatever, let's take a look at the second Russian channel. We're using this one not because I have some stupidly coincidental connection to it. No, because it was literally the first Russian-speaking YouTuber I found outside of Kwite. This channel's called Absolu. I'm just gonna assume it's like how you say the Pokemon's name, and then like an ooh sound at the end. Little book flex on a bitch like ooh! Speaking of Lil Pump, this Absolu guy has a video on him. In fact, he has videos on a lot of rappers. He reminds me a lot of DJ Academics and how he uses gifs of whoever he's talking about as the background footage for his videos. Each of his videos seems to focus on a different rapper, singer, musician, or whatever you want to call them, like XXXTentacion, Chippy Red, and also Filthy Frank, which actually showed up in my recommended. That's actually how I found him. I didn't look for these channels too hard. But like I was saying, a mysterious Russian video on Filthy Frank popped into my recommended. I thought, hey, I can make a video about Russians on YouTube. And so here we are. Based on his descriptions, which I deciphered using a complex learning and translation AI called Google Translate, it seems like each video he makes talks about a different rapper and introduces them to his audience. I guess it makes sense since pretty much all the rappers he talks about are American or primarily English speaking, so they wouldn't have as much of a Russian audience, though I'm sure it's there regardless. But for real though, Google Translate was like my best friend in this whole thing. If there's one thing I can say for every Russian-speaking YouTube channel that I've seen, aside from the fact that I have no idea what they're saying, it's that they don't seem all that different from a lot of creators who speak English in their videos. They're Russian counterparts to whatever English-speaking content they mirror, except for the fact that they speak communist in their videos. Can you see the passion in my face? No, of course you can't. You can't see my face. They're also smaller, more niche, and live in the Arctic tundra. I also feel a little less bad making videos on them, because if they find this video and think that I'm trying to bully them, then they might not know what I'm saying. Just to clarify, the point of this video wasn't to make fun of Russian-speaking YouTubers in any way. It was more just to take a look into the alternate dimension known as the Soviet Union. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up here. I'm thinking about making YouTubers from other countries a series because it was kind of fun to note take and look around for this kind of thing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new, and if there is another communist uprising, I will see you guys next time.
For my real fans, I got caught up with a Lil Xan. Couldn't stop me, but it slowed me though. Yeah, nigga famous, you don't know me though, but their DJ still play me though. Them I don't even need the radio, cause my new shit sound like a rodeo. Got the old folks dance on the dope dope, so they fuck around, sign me the OVO. Ooh, I just might share my next one with Keith. Got the industry in disbelief, they be asking for beef.